Sorry for that little blip. I was moving on to part two. Yeah, so let's see if Last can do some damage here. Um, Pretty much well, actually, let me rephrase that. Haran needs to do damage here. This is what the Zerg you has to use their ability to have extreme mobility. Um, he's got to be able to hold him back and ooh, don't fly over this medic marines. Um, This den is in that exposed location. He needs to make sure that he took a risk by taking this third gas way out here, and the 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 risk was it was way out there, so he's gonna have to split his units up. Oh, doing a good job picking off two marines there. Oh, losing a mutalisk. Um, but yeah, the risk was having the way out there, but the benefits was that it would throw Last off because he didn't know he had it, but he does know it's there. Oh, Haran not doing any good mutalisk micro. He's losing too many mutalisk there. And Haran we have here is teching to Hive by getting his Queen's Nest. I don't think he's going to be getting Queens and Ensnare. If you know anything about recent StarCraft, a couple of months ago, Hiva brought back in the Ensnare for a game, and he did lose that game if I recall. But I think about a week later, Jaedong tried to use the Queens and completely owned a Terran going bio, and I think it was on Sin Chapong Ryon. I think, or one of those two-player maps, and they kind of credit the build to Hiva. They call it the Hiva build when the Zerg tries to use Queens, but he didn't really succeed. So I like to call it the Neo Jaedong build or something like that. But ever since then, I mean, I think maybe we saw once or twice more from Jaedong, maybe from another player. But ever since then, players don't really go for Queens. Just a little I think, oh, got a few lookers, and oh, he's gonna run him right into the SCV. Don't like that play. But yeah, in this era of macro, where players are constantly trying to get expansions and out expand their opponents and kind of control the entire map, there's really not room for that kind of intricate micro. And there are very few players like Jaedong who can actually pull it off and keep up their macro and stuff. I think if this was the age, 7, 8, 9 years ago, back when players were going on one base for half the game or two base, you would definitely probably see Queens more often. And I don't know, I'm not that old in the game of StarCraft, so I mean, if you can think of any other situations, especially before Jaedong and Hiva tried using Queens, go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know. I kind of want to know exactly how Queens were being used beforehand. Um, let's get back to the game here, though. Looks like Haran has some lurkers out in the middle of the field, and Last, he's gonna make a move. He's got his vessels out, so he's gonna probably irradiate that group of mutalisks. He's got 3 tanks, and let's see. Haran has a pair of Scourge waiting, but let's see if he's. I don't know. His units are clumped fairly well together. I like how Last is moving all his units together as one, not letting his tanks lag behind. Ooh, and lurkers are, yeah, they get a few marines, and here's a dance between the Scourge and the vessel. Um, Last doing a great job saving his very first vessel, which is important because it takes another minute or two to get out your second vessel. And let's see what. And then here's what I was talking about. Here's the natural expansion of By.Haran, and he has a ramp leading down into it. So immediately, not only does Last have a contain up with siege tanks, he has a high ground with contain. Doesn't matter too much considering all his units are going to be using melee attacks, but Haran, he just he that was a good play there. Look at Last irradiating that last fighter. That was a huge play because that you can hear the, or you can't, but yeah, he has no swarm, so his lookers are gonna be fairly useless. I mean, you gotta have swarm with those lurkers, and I think that was the game right there. The fact that he rated, yeah, GG coming from last, and yeah, I think, or coming from Haran, sorry. But yeah, I think just that one irradiate coming before a swarm could get down saved the game for last. So yeah, finally got set 2 finished. Sorry it took so long, and I'll be moving to set 3. GG.